The Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto, Ontario, getting set for the gold medal game of the Women's World Wheelchair Basketball Championships between Germany and Canada. And how did the hometown Canadians get to this final? Well, yesterday taking on the Dutch, looking to get to the final at the World Championships for the first time since they won gold back in 2006. First quarter, Dutch up 6, but Katie Harnack goes to work. She drains the deuce from a distance. Canada down 4. Jump to the fourth quarter now. A beautiful outlet pass, and Cindy Ouellette finishes with the layup. Canada takes a lead, 55-54. But final seconds, Dutch hanging around. Cher Cover, the layup, Dutch in front by 1. Canada needing a big play. And when you need a big play on Team Canada, there's one person you get it to, Janet McLaughlin, and the ball eventually finds its way into her hands. She drains the deuce, Canada up by 1 with just 0.8 seconds left. The Dutch, a last-second chance, ball inbounded to Mariska Beyer, but she can't get the shot to fall. Canada wins a nail-biter, 75-74, to advance to the gold medal game to take on Germany. And now let's throw it to Adrian South for the gold medal game preview show.
Show. I'm Adrian South, your host, and I'm joined alongside the panel of Mike Frogley, the High Performance Director for Wheelchair Basketball Canada, one of our own commentators, Jeremy Pearl, and Nikolai Zeltinger, the High Performance Director and Head Coach for the German men's national team. Now, gentlemen, thanks very much for joining me. We are previewing the game between Germany and Canada. It's obviously a rematch from the pool play. What are you going to be expecting from these teams? I guess starting with Mike, looking at Canada.
Well, I think first of all, Germany's the #1 team in the world, and they're going to be a tremendous challenge for our Canadian women. Our Canadian women did a great job today against the Dutch team. Really played up, but they'll have to step it up just a little bit more tomorrow. Some of the obstacles they got to really be aware of. First, the two big girls from Germany, Monin and Schulman. We won't be able to stop them, but we've got to limit their scoring opportunities and try to create scoring opportunities for some of the other players on the German team. We'll have to take care of the ball against the German press, and that means taking care of it at both ends of the pass. We'll have to have space and movement on the passing end so that we don't get ball pressure, and then we got to control the passing lane, the space we're passing to at the other end. And then lastly, we got to create some quality scoring opportunities for players other than Janet McLaughlin. Cindy Ouellette, Katie Harnack have both done a great job so far in the tournament. I think we're going to have to see a couple more players step up and take advantage of those quality scoring opportunities and finish.
All right, and Nikolai, what are you going to be expecting from the German team?
Well, yesterday we had a tough semi-final game against USA, and we saw that Canada really moved up and rose the game again. And we're going to expect that Canada is doing the same thing today. They will just play stronger and harder, and we're probably sending out a press defense, and we have to do a better job than yesterday against USA. We have to watch out for the long passes that can break the press, but on the other hand, we're trying to use to limit Janet McLaughlin with the press and try to probably double team her. But still, we have to really look on, as Frog was saying, on Katie Hancock and Cindy Ouellette, because they play an awesome tournament.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys, which players have stood out to you so far the most in this tournament, and who's going to be, I know you touched on it a bit, but who are going to kind of be the keys? Just start with Jeremy.
Well, I think both of you mentioned it. For Canada, Cindy Ouellette. Yesterday she had 16 points to go along with 14 assists, and she's really starting to come into her own for Canada. Been a major spark plug for them this week. And I think, obviously, for Germany, Marina Mon had 27 points, 10 boards, 5 assists against the USA. One of the best bigs in the world.
Yeah, with the German team, we have 3 great, awesome big players. And that's, a big part of our game. But I expect that today it won't be enough. and we're going to have to make sure that we get more support from the other players as well. We're going to have Annika Zein, we're going to have Edina Müller, and we just need their big support. So whenever our bigs are getting double teamed, we're going to have to make sure like we're getting something out of it.
You know, Jana McLaughlin has been really consistent throughout the tournament, and I think she's going to be pretty consistent in what she brings to the game today. That's one of her strengths. That's one of the things that makes her one of the best players in the world, and those opportunities that she gets, she's going to create some opportunities because of that defensive focus that the Germans will place on her, and those will be opportunities for Cindy Willett going to the basket, and for Katie Harnock with some outside shots and some post-ups. And then I think we're going to see Tracy Ferguson and either Melanie Houghton or Jamie Jules with some layup opportunities. And they're going to have to capitalize on those, because those are the ones that the Germans are going to give up in order to stop Janet McLaughlin.
Absolutely. I mean, Germany's got some great bigs, and I think for Canada to be successful, they're going to have to be able to knock down their outside shots.
Absolutely, and that's been one of the keys so far in the tournament. Is we've had that extra scoring from players like Katie Harnock, from Tracy Ferguson, and certainly from Cindy Willett, and that's taken some of the pressure off Janet McLaughlin, and that's really what's put the Canadian team in the position they're in right now.
And I think
Brock, let me add this one thing. I think transition will be a big key tomorrow, both ways. I think backpicking opportunities, creating numbers, will create so much, whether it's for Canada or whether it's for Germany. Because if we have backpicks, if we're attacking by numbers, we are able to place our bigs inside the key, and that is on Canada's side as well as on the German side a really big chance to have some easy scoring opportunities. So it will be interesting to see how we're facing today the backpicking situation, how teams get out of the backpicks, on the other hand, or really creating the backpicks.
Yeah, some easy scoring opportunities both teams are going to need against the defensive pressure from both of them.
Yeah.
And I guess so much insight there between all of you guys. But taking a look at these two teams, what does this mean for the overall program for them to be here in this tournament and be competing for gold?
Well, for our Canadian women, there's really two things. The first is, as high performance athletes, what they always look for is they always look for that ultimate test. That's what you want. You want to find the best competition in the world, and you want to test your skills, because it's only against the best competition that you can be the best. And the Germans are the best in the world right now. They're ranked #1. So we want that. We want that challenge. The second thing, the opportunity to represent your country on home soil. It's a great thing to represent your country, and it's one step up to do it on your home soil. And to show all Canadians what we've trained for and what our ladies have done, and be role models and do this for Canada, I think makes us a unique opportunity.
I think, directly for Canada, they've won an unprecedented 7 medals in a row. What we still wait to find out is tomorrow, is it going to be gold? Is it going to be silver? And the opportunity to do it, like you said, on home soil, just incredible for the program. This women's program has been dominant for so long. Also, you're looking up, trying to build momentum. You've got the Parapan Games next summer here, same building. And of course, 2016 Rio. You want to build momentum for that and get a great ranking.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I mean, for the German team, we're used that our Germans doing pretty well, and the winning the Paralympics in London was huge for us. Now, last year we lost in the European finals against the Netherlands, and that was a tough thing for us to understand. But I think Holger Klinike, our head coach, reacted great out of that, and we learned from that. And that was an awesome step. Like, we haven't won the World Championship for a long time, and Holger set up the girls like pretty well. I see. I mean, I would be really happy if we're able to get this win out today. But we can. I mean, Canada on their home court. It will be a tough game that we'll see soon.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts from you guys heading into this game?
Just people watching, tuning in, are going to get a chance to see some great wheelchair basketball, some great athletes, and I just hope everybody really enjoys it, because it's unique to get this kind of level of play and to be able to offer it to people to see.
just building off that, I think this week for wheelchair basketball has been a great success for every team involved. Largest women's tournament we've ever had, and I think a tremendous building block for the future of this sport.
Yeah, I mean, awesome.
First time in 20 years that it has been held, the women's event has been held separately from the men's. Definitely a huge step forward for women's wheelchair basketball. It is gold medal game time, and I will send things over to the broadcast booth to Tim Frick and Rob Snook.